Good morning, Dr. Brad. Good morning. Good to see you. I had
Yes.
started with, like I said, in our last chat session, I had started with a clean coffee cup. I've now soiled it with drip.
That's how it goes.
there's, can I tell you a little coffee cup science?
Oh,
See, that's why some cups have broader lips and some have narrower lips, because it's harder to drip with a narrower lip. You know what, if you know about
that
hydro.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, because water sticks together, liquid sticks together. So there's this tendency for it to be sticky, as well as a universal solvent. So when you have a thick coffee cup, which is a manly one, or a beer stein,
Yeah.
it's very hard to not have, because the surface area of the round, right, is not small enough to stop the
Oh,
just drinking science.
there you go.
Now, I don't have one right now, but I did buy a lovely set of white bone dinnerware, right? And
Nice.
I got to tell you, the deciding factor was the coffee cups, but they don't have so wide a thing on them, so it's
Right.
harder to drip.
That's
Have
right.
have I contributed to the public?
Then they will have to leave comments below and tell us how
See if-
enlightened they feel by that knowledge.
See if that knowledge is helpful. I like manly
That's
things
right.
because I don't like stuff that tips over. Wine glasses, or things without it. Like these are fountain. I drink fountain glasses. See how much glass is down there?
Yes.
This weight, it says weight. It's hard. You have to hit it to knock it over, right? I'm not saying I'm clumsy or anything, but there could be an intimation there that there is some past
Some
history,
suggestion.
disliking things that either break easily or can be spilled easily because one isn't quite paying enough attention to what's going on because of what's going on in one's head at the time. Not admitting anything, just saying that
I understand.
we could think about those things.
So that's a great segue into our working session.
It is.
I think you should start sharing your screen though.
All right. Today is Sunday, April 21st.
Still.
This is our working session. We already did a chat today, which was really cool. If you watch it, you should watch it. That's good. And we're going to continue our work on the first real chapter after the introduction, right? Which is embodiment, which is the human nervous system uses the body and its capacities as a system of measurement with which to maintain homeostasis, right? And so basically we're trying to stay around, right? So we've had a couple of honestly, they've been fantastic working on this. And so today we're going to continue. I'm going to share my screen and then we'll do a quick review of where we are because I have to switch contexts.
That's right.
And then we'll advance square. Okay, Zoom, share screen. Okay, I've got this one, which is desktop 2. I wonder how I rearrange that. All right. And you should see consciousness. Right? So we did amazing work yesterday for the audience.
Yes.
The audience may not be aware of just how wonderful that was, but we went through and we created, I don't have the rest of it here. This chain, right? And we finished this order, which was definition, how it does something, and the introduction.
Right.
Section. So you can see that this one's a bit longer, but we'll get to the bottom. It's long. We'll go take the bottom one and copy it up here in a minute. So we have
That's right.
The label, what it does, and then its place in the hierarchy, and then its introduction and definition. And so we've done a pretty good job of establishing finally a consistent, way to introduce each section. How about
Yeah.
that? And I would just want to thank you, Brad, for working on this with me. That was it's just way easier to understand where we are.
Yes.
In the book and in the slides, I use a sort of table of contents,
Yes.
and but it's overwhelming.
Yes.
I really like this sequence here.
No, that's the right way to do it because it's just calipers,
Um,
mile markers, right?
right. We just know what we're sort of.
I think that was it.
That's
Keep going, keep going.
we got through memory, right? Consolidation, right? And then isn't this separate? If we want to call this consolidation, shouldn't this be retention?
Okay.
I'm asking.
I'm just trying it on for size. Yes.
Yeah, I think this should be a separate one.
It's retention and retrieval, right?
Yes. Now that feels better. And you don't like numbers,
No.
and we don't need them. Well, oh, that's because this isn't numbered.
Right. One above has a number 2 as well, a number 1.
No, I was wrong. I was wrong. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that even the same? That's not, what is this doing here?
What?
That's not,
That's a legacy from the one above.
why is that a 3?
What's that?
Okay, we got it.
Yeah.
You want these to be dots. These to be dots.
Nice. Keep scrolling up, please. Okay. Because you had, I thought there was a 1. Yes. That one doesn't want to be a 1.
Wow, I like this. So, where is the most advanced list?
It showed incentives.
Here it is.
That's it. Yes, that's it. I like that.
This one?
Yes,
Suppose I could spell this right before I
that would be a good start
post it over and over again.
before we copy it.
So do you want me to? So wait a minute, what do we got here? We don't need this here yet, right? Wait a minute. Yeah, we did. We have this consolidation. And then we have right?
Yeah,
So we're gonna redo this one. And then we're gonna want these, right? We're gonna copy these,
okay,
copy that, and then we're gonna delete these.
okay,
And then we're gonna move these here.
yeah,
And this goes through.
yeah, okay.
Right?
You're gonna copy that hierarchy above?
If you will, if you want, if I have permission from His Highness, the great and powerful.
Oh
Oz.
my. That one's already done. Nice.
This is internal incentives.
You missed that. You missed that.
Oops.
You didn't. You missed the back half of that parentheses.
My God, you are just amazing.
Keeping an eye on you, man. I'm like the guardrails.
I guess.
Look at that.
No, that's different. This one.
Okay.
Right? Because this is a sub. Well, where does that go?
You're gonna get faculties.
Huh?
You're gonna get faculties here.
Yeah, I'm asking a question. Yeah, thank you.
Different question.
Why
Didn't
won't-
unbold that. There you go.
um, my instinct is for this to be underneath this.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yes, that does. No, I don't know. It's more explanatory this way.
That works.
Leave it that way. Let's leave it that way. I just like this a lot. This is a really good,
It's way cool.
way good, way better way of
It's a nice method.
just maintaining. Where's integration?
Up. Yep.
I don't see it. Oh, here it is.
Nice. I just like the way that works.
Forgot which one we're doing. Systems of measurements.
Yes.
I have to hit it twice. Okay. Systems of measurements. This is so beautiful. Oh, I didn't even do this one right in the first place.
It was so close though.
What are we doing here?
Wait, hit your bolds, hit your bolds.
I know, I don't know which one I'm doing. Oh, measurements.
You're on measurements. I know it's amazing that you can't keep that in your buffer.
It's just-
That's kind of funny to me. I'm like, okay. There we go.
We're at homeostasis, right? So we're at the beginning.
Yes. You missed it.
Did it again.
So close.
Just like coming too early.
Pardon me?
I got one by bad, Brad. I got one by
Yeah, that's what happened.
Never happens. Never happens.
I'm watching you very carefully.
It's trying to get one by Brad challenge. And
Oh my.
one of those goals in my life. It just doesn't happen.
I have I'll tell you my medical assistant who you have spoken with.
Yes, she's charming.
She is a wonderful perfectionist of a lady. Okay.
Uh-huh.
She's such a perfectionist. She's a person pleaser that I have instructed her. Her homework is to do something wrong on purpose every day, one thing. And she can't stand it. I said, now the interesting side element of that is you're supposed to do something wrong that someone else will notice and then predict how long it will take them to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll find out that your perfectionism is overdone. And
Yes.
you're overestimating the response time and shortness, right? They won't notice. There you
Oh,
go.
shit.
She has a hard time. I asked her what she'd screwed up today, and she has a hard time. I didn't do it yet.
I think about, yeah, you guys have to maintain a professional distance. Interesting. Like my secretary, I have not got executive assistant, my assistants, right?
Yes.
They're like work wives. Like they know everything, right? You
Yeah.
can't, you have to, because they can't judge how you're gonna, they can't be your voice of interpretation, so to speak, or filter what gets to you or not otherwise. So they have a great deal of insight and influence, right? But I guess with your exec with a minute with the medical assistants, it's a more it's not quite that deep a relationship. Is that
It's very good. I mean, it's not as personal because it doesn't handle stuff like travel or whatever.
right? Brad, this is
Just sharp.
so I can use this with. We don't know what to call this.
Oh, go back up. What do we?
We don't know what to. I want to know what to call this. Internal.
Okay.
Right. So I don't know what to call this. It's
This is simulation, right? That's what it comes into, that category. But it's like simulation, right?
well, that's modeling. Okay, you're right. You're right. So I'm trying to cover that. Geez, that's a really good way to do that. Does that mean simulation? I'm not sure that happens here. This is a necessary question. Okay, so I ignore this all the time. and I shouldn't ignore it. Does this go? Because this is, yes. This doesn't go here. I think it goes here.
Before wayfinding?
I'm not sure if it goes before. I'm trying to distinguishing. Yeah, I think it's, is it? I think you get the goal first and then simulate your wayfinding to it. I think it comes second.
Okay,
I'm not positive. We can,
I understand.
but thank you for bringing that up.
It's somewhere in there, and I don't think it makes too much difference because it's like,
Well,
I don't know that there's a right answer to where that goes because it's a process that occurs when you're finding a path.
yeah, there's choice here.
Because you're not just you have multiple goals. You have to select a goal. And
Right.
that may require
That's
the
choice. So
simulation.
we're missing choice.
Okay.
We're gonna go. It's gonna be. There's a branch here. See I have a branching here. I have this.
Hang on.
This is the problem. It goes in right
Where is
here.
that? Okay.
This is the problem. You got a branch.
Okay.
You've got autonomic. What do you call it when you pull away from something that's hot?
Yeah, it's a reflex.
Reflex.
Mm.
And then there's choice, right?
Which is there's an interesting this is an arc. There's an arc here or a series because reflex, right?
Yeah.
Instinct, bias, preference,
So you
choice.
say, okay, you're does is a reflex happening here? Is that what it is?
The
And
the
then this is how it goes? I think this is how it goes.
yes, you're making the simulation is I'm going to pick one.
Well, you can still simulate. You want these two things happen.
Yes.
These two things happen together, right? Together. Where do we have? Uh, uh, these two things happen together. I don't know what to call that.
What do you mean? Wayfinding and simulation?
Yeah, what do I
Okay,
call
I
this?
see. That's what your choice or decision goes up there, right?
Well, there's something else. Branch. Branch. You got a state, right?
Right.
No. It's an and, really. Mm, mm, I don't know. I'm gonna code this out and we'll clean it up.
Yes.
Pain. What causes pain threat? What causes
Because it's what?
what causes a reflex response?
It's this spinal cord.
Yeah, but what categories of events cause that?
Categories of events. It's
Well,
it's a pain stimulation. Where are you at? Okay.
it's all pain or threat of pain, right? Contact, pain, movement.
Right. Like it's like a startle response, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna give a list. Can I give a list of these things? So just, I don't want a long list, just. I just list them such as.
It makes you happy.
Physical contact. I do them in a hierarchy. Audit.
It's unexpected stimulation, right?
Yeah.
And it's I saw a very good demonstration of this. A guy he essentially hypnotized a lady by close her eyes, and then he put two fingers down her eyes like this, dragging it down her face. And he did it, and then he changed it to two fingers from one hand and then touched her shoulder at the same time. Got a great startled response out of her, because where
He
did that
did
happen?
which two things at the same time?
So he's doing this like this down her face 3 times, maybe 4 times, and then her eyes are still closed. Then he does it this way and touch her shoulder. So a hand came out of nowhere in her
Yes.
model, and it caused her to freak out. Yep.
It's a threat versus opportunity.
Ah,
Is that right?
incentives. There's incentives involved here.
Yes, opportunity. Yeah, but you mentioned a hierarchy and I didn't write it down because I was concentrating.
Oh yeah, I know. I didn't think you got it, but I wrote it down right in my little book here, right
Thank
there.
you. Thank you.
It's reflex, instinct, bias, preference, choice.
Thank you. Damn it, how did I manage that one?
I don't know what you're doing, man.
This is a sequence, right?
Yes.
I don't know if this is before or after. This has to be. I want it to be clear, so I think this is fine. No, this is wrong.
So where you wrote opportunity, I think you should have parenthetical preference or choice.
This is a time series.
Yeah, it is.
Threat, instinct, bias, opportunity, phrase. It's called reactivity.
Response, same thing. Hmm.
You don't usually do it that way. How do I do this? Oh, I know why. This usually gets indented. So that's why that exists. And that exists. And this needs text. And this goes here. So
Hmm.
I wish I could do this without the. Don't want the bullet point there. How do I do it up here? Can I get rid of the bullet there? I think I can. Then I can just do it this way. That's the problem.
Hmm.
There we go. So that looks like this, right? Yeah. All right. This doesn't need to be bulleted. This can be indented. And it's right, I can't outdit that at all, right? Doesn't work. Oh, bias. What does bias do? So that's a startle response. But is a flight, well, that's like fight or flight response?
Hmm.
What
How
response?
would change your state? So it's like if you look at fight or flight is a reflex response
It is.
because you're changing your state. Your state will change when you get that in that level. Okay.
Yeah, I think I think this is a reflex. Those are correct.
Yes.
The result is an instinctual response, which is, I think this is different. In other words, this is an alert signal, right? But you have to do something in response to the alert signal. No?
You will do something. You can't avoid it.
Right.
Instinct is yeah.
Well, is that true? Or is fight or flight? See, this is the input and this is the output, right?
Where's the input and then the output? Okay. Okay. But no, the reflex is the output. Right? Tap your knee and your leg is going to react.
Okay.
The
No, you're not wrong. I'm just trying to figure out how do I systematize this whole thing? And I want to be consistent. And
yes.
I'm trying to see if we can separate the input from the output.
But you have done it in the above there.
Huh?
You've done it. The startle is an there's an input which is the stimulation, right? And generates the release of the response. Startle is a response. It's not an input.
All right. Two.
Yes.
Are they all instinctual? Yes.
No.
No.
Reflex is below the level of instinct.
Yep. So what are some of responses?
What?
So hold on.
It's like this. It's what instinctual response is. See that good-looking young lady over there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get them. Responses to The reflex actions. What are some of the resulting correspond to the result?
So they talk about it with this, is these pathways are so short, they bypass the consciousness.
Exactly. It's interrupt driven. Hear about that one. Don't touch gag reflex, okay? Don't go there. I'm not going there. You don't go there.
I didn't go anywhere. I'm just gonna drink my coffee in peace. Hmm.
I thought.
These are mediated, yep.
I'm just gonna capture these.
So the series is based on it's increasing prefrontal cortex mediation.
Right.
Right, right.
Well,
I would say yeah, it's increasing prefrontal cortex mediation through the series.
uh,
Because the instinctual response is this is a dangerous situation and I feel amped up. Should I fight or should I fly? Right?
yes,
And it's like, I'm gonna make a split decision because
yep.
am I gonna win this fight or am I gonna get my ass kicked?
Okay, so let's, can you give more examples? Please list more examples of human instinct.
Hmm. Huh. Thank you.
It's not as picky as you are. I just want to let you know.
I know.
I'm happy with your pickiness, gotta say. Between you and Martin, I'm amazed I'm not picked apart.
Yep. Hmm. Hmm.
That's awesome. I think it'd be interesting just to use this and that in a list here. In other words, can I just list those?
Yeah.
Let's try it. Doesn't.
Hmm.
Viable.
Available. Viable.
I like available.
Okay, that works.
Stimuli.
Hmm. you're not being consistent with your use of the reflex or not.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I had to share it with you so that you knew that I knew.
Like when Kurt always does the same thing, when he grabs the handle of the freaking pan
You
when it's
don't like
still
that.
hot.
It doesn't look hot though, does it?
No, and sometimes you forget that you took it
Yes,
off, but it's still hot.
still hot.
I'm of doing too many things at once. And
Maintain your focus in the kitchen, man.
I like cooking. I really do.
I should probably take a class in it since I could do better.
99% of everything, it's the water and the steam that cooks everything, not the heat. And that's manage your water. I mean, that's the one thing my grandma told me. That's the basics of cooking. It's water. You have to have enough water to do the cooking you want, or there's no cooking to be done. It's stupid stuff like you use a frying pan, just pour cold water in it afterwards, and everything will come off immediately before it gets hard. I mean, weird stuff.
That was an
Everything,
unexpected little tutorial from Kurt on cooking to me. Thank you, Kurt.
it's
That was for all the guys that are paying attention to this little video. It helps them too. Yep.
but it's definitely the
Don't put a period there, or do put a period at all of them.
I need to put a period on these.
Okay.
Not gonna bring up your earlier reference to periods, but I want to just as get your
Okay. I
get
understand
get
you.
a blush
Wait,
response.
now, wait. Now you have to fix that part. Yeah, the punctuation, no, the capitalization before the period. Thank you.
Why don't I love teasing you
I know.
because I lose most of the time, but I do like
Oh
it.
my.
I lose with all you guys.
Oh my.
Maybe that's part of the fun.
Kurt just wants to be picked on. That's your social bonding function there that you're going to get to in just a little bit.
It's I gotta take Dutton has done a really good job. It would be really worth taking some of Dutton's videos and just pointing our stuff to his, like for this chapter, watch these videos.
Oh, I like that.
For
I
this
think
chapter,
we should
watch.
be collecting the videos that do help substantiate the work, and that will link us to those people and develop a stronger network.
If you look at, I would say it's Dutton and What If Alt Hist.
Yep.
Obviously the geostrategy guys. And there's clips from individual people in the physical sciences. Right now I'm pretty hot on who's the Jewish guy from South Africa who's had the Perimeter Institute, whose name shouldn't be escaping, but is. And I would have said, David Deutsch before. I'm not so sure anymore. David Deutsch is a bit of a Popperian,
Yeah.
so he thinks about physics the right way, but he's still got the Jewish thing of storytelling. And so now the problem is I think given that this goes here. Should I please hit reflex or start? Which one's better?
What's the question?
I like the reflex response. I don't know if I don't, it's reflex to response to, I don't know.
What's the question?
Startle versus reflex.
Okay,
I think it's okay to
very
use it.
close. It's reflexes first. It's the most primitive.
I think that's a category.
I would call it a response, not a reflex.
So do I have a reflex here?
No, I don't know what you're doing now.
Okay, I'm gonna do it this way.
Because it's like, oh, those, no. It's like the look, you're doing it in the wrong order here.
I'm trying to get it right, and yeah, and I don't know.
So we just let's listen how this goes. Look, involuntary, immediate, localized, inconsistent is the first in the series. And that is a reflex. Okay?
Okay.
That's distinct from a response. A response is requires more intermediation.
Okay, so there's reflexes,
Right.
response.
That wouldn't put startle in there at all. There's the response, there's a reflex, and you're not distinguishing between them. The response is below.
This is what I thought. There's reflexes, right?
Wait, where?
Hold on, I'm trying to categorize them here.
That it's like, look, if you put your hand unexpectedly on a hot stove, right? That's a reflex. It will retract,
Right.
right? If you shine a bright light in someone's eyes, their pupil will constrict. It's a reflex. If you're faced with a threatening situation, your reflexes are going to cause you to have that adrenaline response. Okay?
Well, then you're not separating.
Well, the reflex releases the change in state. It's an involuntary change in state.
It just happened.
Whoa, it's happening too fast.
It's because there's a non-text character in there somewhere. Hold on a second. This. How are these things different? How are these things different? These are opportunities.
Okay. The threats.
Environmental.
Yep.
It's environmental. And this is physical.
There you go. Hmm.
Incentives. Incentives.
Yep.
It's there. But we need to repeat this sequence. Need to repeat this. These are not, these are. Well, they're in the media.
They're not consistent.
They're not, are they not necessarily, we experience them. Or is it urgent? But not immediate?
They are, they're, oh, that's, yeah, they're. Okay.
Are they involuntary any longer? Or unurgent, not urgent?
Not urgent. Well, of inconsistent urgency, right?
They vary by context all over the place. It's this one I don't know about.
No, they're in. Yeah, that one doesn't fit in there. Hmm.
They're still bodily. There's some sort of consumption because sexual arousal is basically consumption.
Hmm.
We don't think of this as we think of sex as a form consumption, but it is. Do you think that'll get pulled out by the editor too? We gotta leave some of those in there. Or think of it as
Right,
contributing
right.
to making the editor's life more enjoyable.
That's right. They have to have something to do, otherwise
They have to have something fun to do.
That's right. Something fun to talk about is even more important.
Right. It's like asking your teacher, your professor questions they want to answer because it makes them look good.
Right.
Same thing. don't like those kind of terms. I think that's funny. And I've heard this from women is the women that get a testosterone shot or the women that have, the few women that have role played as men, right, gone out in costume as, especially with the testosterone, they like, because it becomes aware that for men, sex isn't like, oh, this is a night. It's like you're fucking hungry all the time.
Right.
Well, you're just hungry, that's all it is. I wonder if that's why men are this is gonna be funny. I wonder if men are better at dieting because we're always suppressing hunger anyway. I'm missing a couple. Oh, this is very, well, these are intertemporal. Um,
Oh, that's good.
I do a few things here. It's hard to imagine that I'm adding any value other than typing
Oh
that.
my.
But I can come up with an idea once in a while. Love you, man. Hoarding.
I like it when you make fun of yourself. That saves me so much trouble.
Insurance.
Oh, that's it. Social status. Yes. You can get rid of bias.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I'm just going to put on threat on an opportunity
What's that?
on threat mediation. Let's do this. Watch. Come on, you dickhead. What's going on here? I got to save. If that's happening, I got to save soon.
Yes.
Threat mediation and 2.
Hmm. Oh, very nice.
I don't have any more to go, right? That's as far as I can go.
That's it. Is threat mediation to opportunity, isn't it? There you go.
Right.
Yes.
This should be instinct, right? And this should be opportunity.
Oh,
Right, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. Threat versus what versus opportunity.
yes.
Oh, I see. This is short, medium, and long term,
Yep.
right? Mediation, distinction, reflex. Yeah, okay. Now I get to get it out even farther. So it's short term, short term. Medium term. Long term. I'm going to duplicate this just because I know how humans think.
Literally.
What?
Literally.
Oh, and so this should be a 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
That should be a 3.
Hmm.
The maximization, mediation, I don't know.
Yep.
Release of action. And that would happen. Yeah,
Very nice.
I'm just gonna do this while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Diction. Predictions. Okay. It's got to be something about end states, desirable end states. And then we got to, what did I just cut out? I just cut out something and I forgot what it was. And I want to, where does this go? Solution. I think it goes there.
Yeah.
You know, we do good work.
It's very good.
This is a very,
What's that?
hold on. Enactment.
Yes.
This is the next level. So this is sort of like the summary, right? This is on top. This is we've already described the basic system,
Yes.
right? So that's the end of something. This is the end of what?
Oh, cognitive operating system. Right?
Right. Is it so is this is basically this is
Huh.
it's motor.
Then this is describing the
It's a higher level. Oh no, wait a minute. Consciousness. And it comes together in consciousness. So this is we've gone through precognitive, right? Is that what you
yes, precognitive functions there.
be conscious? Yeah.
Okay. And you're describing I think that motor part goes up there then.
I think so too. You're right.
Oh, I saw
Yeah,
this.
you're right. That's the problem. You know, you're smarter than you look.
Thank God.
That would go right. It would go here, right?
Right after release of action.
Release or before.
Oh,
See,
either
the
way.
thing is, we're
Either
talking
way.
about
No, that's fine. That's fine.
this can be here, right?
It can be before. Because it's enactment.
Yeah, I think it's right. Definitely goes up in enactment. Yeah, we can do this last, right? We can do it last
Yeah,
because we haven't got to the action part.
right.
I was trying to group motor, um, uh, intelligence, cognition, and consciousness together because that's the components that go into it. So maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just leave it as it is and make a better introduction. That's why this needs to be a separate section.
Okay.
Explain why. Explain why motor intelligence, demonstrated intelligence, and consciousness
Yes.
work together on top of all the above information.
Yes.
Right? I think that's what we want to do here.
Yeah.
Right?
That's enactment then.
Okay, so we want to call that, what do we want to call this? This is,
It's untitled.
I don't know there it is.
Oh,
There's something, there's something like solution. Is that what's in here? Something goes in there.
yes.
And so this goes here. Why didn't you bring down the rest of it with you, Doolittle? That was dumb.
Hmm. There you go. Oh, I got you. You have to add this to your, I'll tell you in a minute.
Please stay there. God damn it. What the?
A challenge. The simple things that seem so difficult sometimes. It's like, what are you doing? Stop it. Okay.
Oh, I've got this thing on. That's why. Now I can't even cut it out.
There you go. I want you to go back where you just came from. After you highlight that, of course.
It's 4 now, right?
Oh, I think so.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, God damn it, don't do that. 2, 3. That's a 2. That's a 3. And if I do
Yes.
this, then
Oh,
yes, there we go.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
Are you messing with me, Brad? Are you trying to get ahead of me and then messing with me? Because I can mess with myself just fine. I don't need that much help, as you've noticed.
Impressive. I'm keeping my eye on you, man. I can't tell. Sometimes you're messing with me when you're messing with you. I can't
I
tell.
never get away with messing with you. I mean, I can get away with little spelling things once in a while, very rarely.
All right, now you're going to go back up to where you got this enactment from. See that we got to hit our neural hierarchy. We have to talk to the neural hierarchy again. No, you went above it.
What are you
Go
talking about?
pull it down. Yeah, that's it right there. Grab that neural hierarchy. You need to add in
Oh,
enactment at the end of it. That's the entire story arc that we're doing here.
yeah, but I don't bring the cat. I don't
What?
I don't include these in this list.
Okay.
So, let me go back up here and make sure. I know this one's right? So I don't include those.
Okay, that's fine. But then you just call it, then you have motor, intelligence.
Okay, yeah, we'll bring it.
Consciousness.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Let me get down there so I don't forget while you're talking to me. Homeostasis. And then there's
Boom.
and
Nice.
then you want me to do under this one, we do. What does the hell? I gotta tell Brad, please tell me to save.
Say what?
Please tell me to save, because this thing's starting to act on that,
Yeah, save it now.
act like that.
Save it now. I mean, now I'm frightened.
Doing that again is way too hard. All right. Okay, so you said this goes here. See, I didn't get that. Come back.
Goes in one.
I wonder if there actually is anything there. Maybe
Where?
well, there might be a gap there accidentally. In other words, there's nothing missing. There's a gap there. I think that's what's going on.
Yes.
But it's not happy. I don't like it. So I want to indent this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's happening. This thing's gotten larger for some reason.
Huh.
And then you want me to put motor.
Yeah, motor and then intelligence, then consciousness.
I think there's one missing. No, that's right. And this doesn't belong here. It's after consciousness. Oh, no, we are trying to make it there, aren't we? I don't feel like I've made that. No, this should go at the end. This is always all physics. Summary. Summary, bold, dot. Whoops. Bold. So I can move all this up here. Back up there.
Yeah.
Copy that out. Intelligence ends here, right? So intelligence goes here. Is this a number or a, this is a number I could do. Why are you though doing that then? Why are you not a number?
Oh,
I think these are type numbers. Yes, that's why. We take the bullet off. We want an indent. We want
yes.
3 on it. And we want to say summary. So to disambiguate, we find the sequence, rate of adaptation. Okay. Now we want to do,
Hmm.
let's just do this while we're doing it. While we do another deep dive. So this, we've answered this, right? We've
Yes.
answered this,
Yes.
right? And now we have, this goes here,
Yes.
and then we go to here and we've got this. So we have we don't know what to call this. That's where we're stuck. So we've got retention and retrieval memory.
This is where your solution comes in. Yeah. Okay.
I'll fuck this up for now.
What?
Let's not fuck this up for now.
Right.
Um,
So the next section is how we find solutions from memory and retrieval.
Yeah, where's that, where maybe that other thing's in the wrong section. This is here. Yes, so you were right.
I live for that.
Well, you want to be pretty familiar with the experience, at least from my side. What did you say? Now you probably have forgotten what you said.
Solutions. This is how we solve our, we solve how we utilize memory in the context of competing opportunities and threats, right? Given our current state, right?
Information. Or current state.
And we're to resolve existential conflicts.
To respond to threats and opportunities. Threats
There you go.
and opportunities.
Which is what we said right the next sentence.
Yeah, I think this is better, but I
like that it has the title Solutions.
yeah, but I want to, there's good stuff in both.
Yes.
So let's do both. I almost did it again.
I know.
Common request from women is do both. I'll just
both and, right?
I have a story I cannot tell.
Okay.
Well, I got a lot of stories I cannot tell.
I'm making a note for the audience that Kurt is restraining himself.
But I actually don't kiss and tell. If
I appreciate that.
The only thing I ever say about every woman is in that department is absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely.
That's all I will ever say.
That's the right answer.
They don't do the same, by the way, but
I know.
But that's what I do.
Wait, your hierarchy's in the wrong place.
Are you gonna let me go refill my coffee or not?
Oh,
you didn't know? I didn't have a chance to tell you yet.
Wait, I think you should stop recording then.
I'm going to stop recording and refill my coffee because this is good.
It's going to take a minute because fresh out.
Okay, so not recording. Where is it? Pause.
We'll be back.
It's not here. That's why.
You do it, Kurt. You can find it.
No, I think you have to stop the share in order to do it.
Oh,
where's the Zoom?
I don't know.
Zoom.
I'm just a country doctor.
If I stop sharing, I think I get the pause. Okay. We're going to pause for a minute while I go refresh my coffee. So we got our coffee, and we were quick at getting our coffee, but I want to let you know that Brad just admonished me for not getting back to work faster.
Oh my.
You're a slave driver.
Yes, sir.
Nobody believes any of the shit I say about you. They know it's all nonsense.
That's good. What a discerning audience, right? There we are. We're back to work.
We're back to work. All right. I got to put us back in okay, you're over there now. Oops. I don't like it when they go way too far away. Why does that do that? All right.
Now, see that neurological hierarchy? It appears to be outdented once.
It is, but I was more focusing on.
That's perfect.
And you said you wanted to do something under here, which was intelligent. Didn't you say?
We had that little series of enactment, right?
You did this one here, right?
Yes.
So this is, this goes into, and this goes from
Yes.
this,
That's it right there. Goes to the last one.
is it? This is consciousness. Sort of like always on. That's right,
It's
right?
release of action or recursion, right?
Yeah, this is what this is. Or recursion, which is or recursive exit, release of action, or recursion, which
Was
is
that
consciousness.
okay?
Intelligence. So we say, what did we do this?
Yes. It's motor. Yep.
And that's the end.
That's the what?
That's the end.
Yes, it is.
We don't know what to call this. There are, oh, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to ask it this.
What's the question?
What do we call this?
That series?
We say,
It's adaptation.
oh, you are so good. You know,
You get paid for it, man.
sometimes I could just kiss you.
Oh
I
my.
know the
That's
thought
not
is
spelled
disgusting.
right.
The
That's
thought
not-
is disgusting.
That's
But-
not even spelled right. Watching you.
Adaption. It's only got one, it only got one there. Adaption, or it's adaptation.
Adaptation.
Isn't that right?
Adaptation. Good Lord. Surely you tease.
Didn't I just forget the A between them? I probably just
Yes.
did. On this keyboard, this is why I complain about Apple products. All right, the A and S are already gone.
What?
The
Oh,
A and S
worn
are already
down.
gone. The E and D are on the way out.
Oh my.
The other thing I don't like is that keyboards do have this little ridge here, so you know where the F is,
Yes.
right? But I actually hold my fingers on the WASD because I don't know why, probably game playing or something. But I actually, because you move your other finger around so much, so having the F key be the stable position isn't as good as having the I and the what's it, the I and the E, I and the E, I and the E, or the I and the W.
Okay.
Anyway, I got to get a little ridgy thing to put that on there with. So
right? Bump, a bump.
Yeah, I know you don't care, but I just thought I could, that
I
distraction.
know. I'm glad you shared it because the audience may be interested in such things, and they'll tell us in the comments below. Right. So, okay,
Is that a hierarchy? That is a,
it is. It's related. It is. It goes to increasing
it's a higher
agency.
level functions, because this is the uh cerebellum, right?
Yes.
This is the neo, this is the um, and this is the prefrontal cortex.
Okay.
Right, I mean, it's a hierarchy from
Yes.
back to front, right?
I don't want you to close that parentheses after hippocampus, please. Thank you. That really is awkward looking.
I want to
Well,
cortex. I did that again. I don't know how often I do that. I think we should take it off. I'm just putting in there for, okay, so what does this really mean? I mean, this is what we're doing. We're bringing together the brainstem, right? The the cerebellum and the cortex together to make these things work.
it's
So
actually it's an evolutionary function.
right.
So it's adaptation. It's
Yes.
as an evolutionary function.
But so I can take these out of here though?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I might want to leave them though because it's like it's okay. But because it demonstrates the evolutionary function of it.
Yep.
I want you to put adaptation in an evolutionary context. Because we're pointing at the we're not a context, by the way.
You think you're funny.
Just watching your response. Because it's pointing at evolutionary
Your dick.
yes, sir, thank you. We're we're talking about in the because we're the ultimate aim here, we're at the very bottom of this page, right?
Yep.
Is going to be evolutionary. It talks about evolutionary. I don't remember the terminology because that's where we're headed. It's
Oh, evolutionary computation.
yes. We're hinting at it. It's precursors, like a little foreshadowing. And I want okay.
There's another way of saying this.
Yes.
Evolution of adaptation.
Yes. That's good. The there's another thing we talk about how we organize our bodies to act at the top of the page.
Yep.
Okay, which is to changing of states, right? Yes. Nice. That was nice.
If I spelled that right. I didn't find that up. Look up return code.
Did you find it?
No.
Not yet. Okay. I would say change states instead of state.
It's really good. We're doing this one, right?
We got motor is below. No, it's motor first. And movement, right? Release of action is coming the very next statement.
This one's release of action. I think it's so funny. That's another example of falsification.
What's
People
that?
think we construct our movements, but we don't. They're constructed actually before we're aware
Yes.
of the idea, and we stop suppressing them. So the evolution of consciousness, the prefrontal cortex, is the evolution of the suppression of actions. That's so fascinating to me.
Yeah, it's in inhibitory functions. How about that?
Yes. That's I try to explain to people, we all study these neurons, and I'm like, dude, we study these pyramidal neurons, which are the things that do all the work, but that we're conscious of, but we forget that. I'm pretty sure that vast majority of neural content is actually inhibitory.
Don't do that. Not yet. Not now. Not now.
Not yet,
Wait.
not
Just wait
now.
for it.
No,
Wait for
that
it.
didn't work. No, that didn't work.
That's not going to work, man.
Don't we? That's extraneous. That's wrong. That's extraneous.
That's going to get you in so much trouble.
That's going to
Man.
get me in trouble.
Wait, don't put that on YouTube.
And it's because they're little. Like when you build electronic circuits, you realize how important resistance is. It's like, why? Can't I go faster? No, not when there's
No,
lights.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh. I won my Hirsch battle.
Of course you did. How do you know you won?
Admission.
Oh,
There's a nice the proper kind of response is, yeah, but I still like the way I think of it. That's okay. I mean, that's honest. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because I'm not wrong. But if you prefer
right.
that frame, that's okay with me.
Yeah, we're
That's
good with that.
that's the honest way to say
You're right.
you're right, but for my purposes, it's like being true for me. It's the male equivalent of true for me,
Yes.
right?
So wait, so go back up to adaptation. Adaptation to the of state, right? Of the state to current and future internal and external environmental conditions.
Okay, now I got to write that down so I can merge the two. Say that again.
Adaptation of current state to internal and external environmental conditions. Yep. Yes. Adapt to the current state, not to. Okay. That was nice. Whoa. Whoa.
The hell, that's right.
But what's interesting to me is I recognize there's a keyboard error problem going on there. And it's like, I can't predict what you're going to write.
Oh, so that's why I'm saying I need it on the E and the W key, because that's what happens. And there's also, when you have these flat keyboards like this,
Yes.
you don't have all that space that you have with these long travel high. The thing is, with this one, you can hardly hear the clicking.
Right.
But if you get a really nice pro keyboard, they make noise and it's annoying as fuck to the
I know.
other.
It sounds like I got gerbils running around on mine, man.
Well, I mean, and the problem is for programmers, that's what you want. You actually want the tactile full
Yes.
travel keyboards, because the least you and you want to have it because there's an indent to the caps, right? So you want it to easiest to know where your fingers are without ever thinking about it.
Right.
And those edges help. Where this is a very cute keyboard, and it takes a very little space, and it's basically the same as a laptop keyboard.
It's
not
just devilish.
It's just you don't get those other benefits, and I don't like the big. My desk is messy and
Mm.
and with with these these things, and
I understand. I don't even want to show mine.
I don't want to show my.
It's a mess.
I got a paper towel left over from breakfast. I got a couple of dead AA batteries that you need to put away. I don't know. It's just stuff you need to have in hands.
Guys.
What happened? What did I hit? Oh. Stuff you gotta have in arm's reach for your daily stuff.
Right.
Like, I'm old enough, I need one of these now.
I understand.
Cause you get some of these parts here with,
Yes.
it's like serial numbers on them. I used to read them just fine.
I understand. I empathize.
Fuck. Anyway,
Yes. Sorry.
so I can take this out. And I can put this in
That's
bold.
nice.
So, and then I can have the summary, and then I can do the introduction, the narrative. Where's the Do I have to put?
Rate of adaptation. That's good. I think that should be highlighted.
That what you want?
Yeah. Oh, that's not right.
No.
You didn't, yeah, it's not including the other parent, the quotation mark. Hmm.
He's a student. We're rocking it.
Mhm.
Oh. A little, we're gonna cover all these, right? So I have to. bullet.
Yes, yes.
We do have to add this, don't we? Release of action, do we have to do that? We have to do that. Release of action. I want to cover that because we just covered it verbally. It's not in here.
Right. Wait. It's like it's
That should
motor.
be the end of it. Right, and it should end with. Which the order would be to move this after this.
Okay.
And then we could put release of action down here.
Should be 3. Right? Oh, 4. 3. Summary is the last thing.
So we do it after.
Consciousness. Oh, demonstrated intelligence. No. See, demonstrated intelligence is a result of action.
Right.
So I would put it after intelligence.
Where's consciousness?
Right there.
Why wouldn't it go there?
That's fine. It's since it's so multiply recursive, right?
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter where you put it. Because it could be with the motor.
Yeah, it could be anywhere in here.
I like it with the motor because it's like topically organized.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
you could put
yeah,
2
yeah,
under
sure.
motor, because motor doesn't need a 1 or it gets a 2.
Yeah, I actually like that. Because everything else is an amplifier.
Yes.
Here it is here. Sure. And it sounds pretty good there.
Okay.
That doesn't,
That's fine. That works.
yeah, because this is a higher level. We're
Yes.
talking about higher level stuff here. Right?
Change that motor down a little bit. It has a 1. It doesn't need a 1.
Yep, you're right. But that means this can go out one. That works here, right?
Yes,
I think that works. Just describe how it goes here.
right. Right, that you're going to describe how it goes there so you remember the context of what why you put those ellipses. Or not.
Wait, give me a second. It's this problem now. Now I have to put this back.
Okay. See, now you know why the psychologists have their problems. It's the recursive loops that are overlapping.
It's also because most of the people who go into psychology are fucked in the head.
Oh my.
It's true, actually. They ask them. There's a category of people who go in just because they're empathizing
Hmm.
and they want to, and they're very interested in how in human behavior. But
Yes.
the kind of people go into therapy.
We understand one another. We will make no examples.
Not all of them. But my good friend Sally is just absolutely amazing. She's like a hard 7, if not an 8. She's brilliant. She's charming. Okay, I think we got this. So this good. This issue of the order here. Yeah, I think we got this worked out. Yeah, this is all higher level, right?
Yes.
That's what I didn't like. I didn't like putting this or that. But I like it going here.
Yes. That's kind of weird. There's a formatting issue there.
This section. Well, I don't know.
There's no 2.
Did we
in
move
process.
an document?
Was that?
No, we did this right. It's okay.
Oh,
What's
that one's right. That one's right. The first one shouldn't have a 1 before it though. Go back up there. Processing should not have a 1 because there's no 2.
right? Because it's titled introduction. Go on, right? So
Yeah.
does that mean it goes out a level? No, it's already there. What then? Why is that got a 1?
Because there's 3 of them. I looked.
Yeah, but what's this? That's the processing.
Oh,
No, this is a 1. Sensory processing, threat mediation, opportunity mediation. Oh, I see. This is the process. And this is what we response to the process? Yes.
yes. So it's an output.
Yeah. So should we do it? I think it used to be a separate thing.
Sounds right.
Response. Oh, I see. Because we put it under here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Let me think about it a minute.
Oh, so you could do it like this. That section right there, urgency of response. right? You could pull that little paragraph to the left. And that will provide a sufficient context for the numbered.
That's really the introduction. This is the introduction.
Okay.
This is not wrong. It just looks wrong.
No, I don't, that paragraph above threat mediation appears to be indented too far.
It's at that level. It should be at this level, right?
So you just pull everything out by one.
That should get me. Yeah, but does it get me there? Yes, it does. All right. You know, you prove you're smarter than you look again today.
Oh my. I did not take great joy there.
Huh?
A
You messing with me again.
little bit.
Needs a little more. To what? God damn it. Hit the right key.
Okay.
So this is processing. The response. No, we still haven't got it right.
What's that?
There's still a processing, right? And response.
Yes.
Still processing and response. That's
Ah. There's, so you have processing, then it's the response is what follows.
yes. Didn't you already say this once already?
No. Perfect. Does the response need to be at the same level as the processing? Okay, no, because it is processing a response. Now your threat mediation is out too far, one.
They're all out too far one.
Yes. Now they're not.
Processing response should be out one.
That's the other thought. Uh-oh.
What the heck were we just looking at? What could I do?
They, there you go. That's where you want to be. Did you want to bold it?
Now, Hmm. This, something's not right here. Either have to break these two apart, or I have to fix this processing thing.
What do you mean by that?
Solutions, actions, consciousness, and then intelligence. I think that's,
Consciousness, that's fine.
we'll do it that way.
Consciousness can go before intelligence.
Yes.
That's fine. I like that. That's a big section there.
This is much better. I think that's what was bothering me. Now, does it belong there? Or does it go there?
You could put it at the right underneath that section we just had with the reflexes in it. Because it's a continuously recursive function there. Anywhere is okay. And you could put it, I like it separated from intelligence. That's pretty good. Because it's more raw than that higher level stuff that's below.
Yes.
But that gives you processing, response, consciousness.
Or should it go to us?
What?
Should it be processing, consciousness, response?
That would be fine.
It gets me out of the conflict, I think.
What conflict?
The fact that I want it to be in an intuitive order.
Okay. Where's the conflict there?
It was there. There's no, there, this.
I got it. That makes more sense to me. It works.
This goes here, right? Is this one or two in?
I don't remember.
This goes here. That is much better. Oh, I like this. Yep. This has to, the Hauser bold, right?
Say it again. The hows are bold. That sounded like some code. I didn't understand the code. Hmm. Whoa. That was a tricky little button.
I have this, the option 1, 2, 3, and 4. Watch. Option 1, 2,
Oh,
3, 4.
wow.
Isn't that nice?
Very snazzy.
Helps me a lot. That's a little plugin. I don't know what it's called. Change case or something like that.
Oh my. I feel like such a Luddite.
I have these. Where is it? Change case.
You have all kind of crazy things. I
don't really have many. It's Google Translate. Put this in a picture, right? Save this images so I can save it to what image format I want. Send it to my calendar. This don't suspend these tabs if I want to, and don't suspend others. This is so that you can watch videos without the too much white. And this is the spam blocker, right? And the only one that's sophisticated is StyleBot, which I use a lot, which modifies web pages. Like I modify YouTube so I don't see a lot of stupid shit.
That's nice.
Facebook and Twitter. I modify everything really. Mostly, I don't want to see this. Or when I worked on, yeah, doesn't matter.
I like getting a little side tutorial here and there. The guys will tell us if they like it in the comments below, you know.
They like that stuff. I don't know. It's funny to me.
It's useful. It's useful, actionable information. I really like the organization of this in the context of the greater work. It just really streamlines it and makes it clean and plain.
Yep. I drafted proprietarianism a long time ago. I don't know.
Yep.
And I just did it as a collection of concepts. That seemed to work pretty well. But it's much simpler since that's just ethics, really. And the epistemology is much, the epistemology's, some of it's there, but all this other stuff isn't.
Right.
Like I presumed the grammars when I wrote it.
Oh.
I didn't assume that needed any articulation. I mean, I understood reciprocity demonstrated interests, and testimonial and performative truth were. I understood that was pretty important stuff, but and I understood operational language.
Yes.
Once you get into the grammars, the whole fucking universe fits together, and you're like, whoa. Okay, so now that I knew these grammars exist, what are the rules in each of the grammars?
It's what we call the slippery slope, brother.
Just
Kurt, nobody would start this in their right mind.
fucking crazy to do this. Yeah, I don't have the it's funny, I don't have any neurotic, I have no neuroticism, very low neuroticism. And a very high conscientiousness, which obviously you can see, and I have the OCD thing. But there is that hyper systematizing thing that comes with the masculine mind and the autistic spectrum. But, there's an interesting playoff between libertarians and conservatives, and that's really on the empathizing, systematizing syndrome. And it's the same thing with you have conservatives who have these 5 moral or 6 moral commands, and progressives who have just 2, right? And libertarians have like just 4 or 3, right? They don't have all this stuff. And it's really just extremely pro-social, somewhat pro-social, and not pro-social, which is the libertarian one, right? And it's because they have no empathizing. That's why you get this fucking weird libertarians who are high in systematizing, low in empathizing. And even though they're sufficient low in empathizing, they actually can't understand the system that's the human order.
Includes that.
Right. And so, whereas, what I love about conservatives is they get the system, right? They get the system, but they get it so intuitively, right? It doesn't need explanation, right? It's just that you shouldn't do that. That's bad, right? But you don't realize that time horizon thing I was talking about, which is the empathizing, systemizing, time horizon. So you don't realize that those 3 dimensions are just regulating everybody's differences. So I don't know. I mean, I sat there and I was pretty conscious. We need to make conservatives able to talk rationally about the fact that they're actually right. Right. The problem is that libertarians are right about economics, specifically because, and this is another thing about why Jews are successful, is economics is amoral.
Yes.
Right. It's not immoral, it's amoral. And so it's very hard for conservatives to think about did I do it again? Think about economics. This is the one bug in this camera that I do not like that will make me get a new one. There we go. Is that conservatives just cannot seem to grasp economics, which is a scale problem, right? They understand behavior at scale, but they don't understand information at scale. And I just find it fascinating that we're all people. We're not like, ants. We have fucking special. The difference is you can identify all the species, the roles of ants, right? Because their behavior is obvious. But humans, I mean, it's like there's 4 clusters, but within those 4 clusters, there's, extraordinary variations in space preference, intelligence and ability preference, age and class difference, location on the world. And so, we're just the Indians, the Indo-Europeans, the Indians and the Europeans were right. It's like the way you create a society is hierarchy. It can be a military hierarchy in the West or a religious hierarchy in the East, but it's still a class hierarchy where your hierarchy relates to where your capacity to bear responsibility for the commons, for the common good, right? Whereas, and so those insights were fantastic. And of course, it all derives from being primarily a military order to start with. So it's just fascinating to me. We just got lucky, We got bigger brains, but we got lucky. All right, you're trying to tell me to get, you know what it is I'm running out of gas.
I know.
I'm just so thrilled by what we're doing. I don't want to stop.
No, it's a good time to take a break because we're gonna finish this next time. That's what I think.
We are, because it's really freaking good. And you know what it'll do is we've learned so much doing this, we can
Yes,
carry it through
that's right.
the rest. So because it's so easy to apply through the rest. And the only thing we'll probably have to do is tie it back to the first message at the end of each section. Like we'll do that last. We'll go through each section and say, okay, this is how it fits into evolution, ternary logic of evolutionary computation, and the identification of limits and such. We'll just say that how that fits, and then
So
we'll.
there's the information is presented in a hierarchical fashion. And we just have the hierarchy demonstrated at every level to show where we're at, like a milestone, and it's freaking easy.
All right, I love you, man. Let me get this off the share.
Oh, yes.
Turn off the share Zooms and stop sharing. Don't end the video.
Be careful.
Whew, I looked up. Yeah, my eyes are tired. I'm tired.
My,
We did good work today.
it's excellent. I very much appreciated it.
3.5 hours. That was good.
All right. This is where I get the gentlemen to do their job.
Mhm.
It's those of you who have failed to do so far, do hit like and do hit subscribe. If you have, I mean, I can't believe you're not subscribing if you haven't. I mean, what are you doing here? And then notification bell, you obviously want to know what's happening. But then the comments, of course, the comments, and tell Kurt about his fine little side trips that are useful pointers, that are actionable information. That's all very helpful, and we want to know about it.
You know what we ought to do? We ought to get you to do that at the beginning. We ought to
Yeah,
get you to do it at the beginning.
that's
so-
because they're not going to expect it.
Well, it's more of just as a reminder, to do this stuff at the beginning and then a short repetition at the end. I think we probably need to adopt that.
I like that plan.
All right. Love you, man. If you follow us, thank you very much. We appreciate it. It's still strange to me that so many of you do.
How many watches do these things get?
Oh, it depends on how it depends on a lot of factors, but pretty much the 500 people
Wow.
who
That's huge.
are real passionate about it get into it, and then they usually get up to the low 1,000, right? Something like that.
Wow,
So it's not
that's quite influential.
well, I mean, it is considering it's like it's a specialty discipline that requires a great deal of knowledge. So, the guys pick up on. I'm always surprised on. I mean, I'm always surprised stuff that comes out of it. I'm like, you actually saw that? You actually understood that? I'm always thrilled. It makes my day.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Sunday, April 21st, 2024. This has been a working session on what do we call this? Embodiment.
Yes.
Describe how the whole human body works as an integrated system of measurement to bring about our ability to adapt to the universe, maintaining homeostasis and incrementally evolve to our conquest and management of it. All right.
Now I plan on meeting you on the 24th.
That would be great. And because
Right. We'll pencil that in.
I won't forget. In other words, it's not too much time that I've lost the context.
That's right.
All right. Love you, brother.
Right, Kurt. Take care.